Blog Talk Radio.
Spiritual food for thought. Get the word into your heart. Take advantage of this time. Spiritual food for your mind. Spiritual food, oh, for thought. Get the word into your heart. Take advantage of this time. Spiritual food for your mind. Spiritual food for thought. Spiritual food for thought. Spiritual food for thought.
Be engaged. Be empowered. Be inspired. With your girl, inspirational speaker, missionary Latanyha, on Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio.
Hey, 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 hey. That's right. It's your girl, your auntie, your sister, your friend, inspirational speaker, missionary Latanyha Boyd here, and I am super excited. We are going to have an awesome time on this evening. So I want to welcome each and every one of you for tuning in. Listen, there is a Twitter button. If you are streaming in live, go ahead and tweet. Let your family and friends know that they need to tune into your favorite Christian station of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. Go ahead and tweet. And while you're tweeting it, put the hashtag of JSYD. Stands for Jump Start Your Day. Because we're going to be empowered, we're going to be engaged, we're going to be inspired to move forward in this journey we call life. So we want people to get a jump start. They're going to get a power jolt from our guest on tonight. So I am super excited about what's going to go down right here on our segment of Jump Start Your Day. O to the M to the G, my sisters and brothers. Can you tell I'm all pumped up? Oh, my goodness. And I'm just, we're just going to have a wonderful time on this evening. Listen, while you're tweeting, go ahead and hit some people up on Facebook. Please don't tell my daughter I just said hit someone up, but hit them up on Facebook and let them know to tune in to your station of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. Let them know it's your girl, your auntie, your sister, your friend, inspirational speaker is on live. You have tuned in to the right show on this evening as we're going to dine. Let me rephrase it. We're going to feast on some awesome star points. So let me give you a hint. Bring your pen, which will be your fork. Bring your paper or your pad, which will be your plate, and get ready to nibble on some star points of spiritual food for thought right here as we have a phenomenal guest, a fabulous woman. Oh, my goodness, I had a chance to talk to her before the show, and I'm telling you, the wisdom and the knowledge she has just dropped in my spirit. I know you are going to be blessed. An accomplished attorney, dynamic trainer, award-winning speaker, none other than Star Bobatoon is in our studio, and she is looking fabulous. So get ready. I'm going to give you a minute to get it ready, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Are you starting a new business, releasing a CD, writing a new book? Consider Mitchell Productions for your web design services. Visit www.mitchell-productions.com for portfolio samples, specials, and package prices. Remember, a website is not a luxury item. It's a necessity. Check out mitchell-productions.com or find them at facebook.com/Mitchell Productions.
Are you ready to go big with your business in 2014? If so, you must attend the biggest event for entrepreneurs, the Big Business Conference. Visit CharvetteGoesBig.com to register. Meet our 50-plus coaches and view our sessions. This conference is virtual and live and will be held February 17th through March 17th, 2014. Let's get ready to build, integrate, and grow your business. Go to CharvetteGoesBig.com. That's spelled SharvetteGoesBig, goesbig.com. CharvetteGoesBig.com. Visit us today.
Join us for our first She Rose Awards Gala. She Rose Awards honoring unsung survivors of sexual abuse and violence. Saturday, April 19th, between 5 and 8 p.m. Log on to our website, sheroseawards.com. That's SHEROSE awards.com.
A woman's guide to understanding her pain, process, and purpose based on the parable of the pearl in Matthew 13:45 and 46. I Am a Pearl unfolds key principles in overcoming painful past and embracing the future. Prepare yourself for a life-changing perspective on your experiences and confirmation of God's unfailing love. I Am a Pearl by author Winter Patterson Davis. Available now and online at winterpatterson.com or Kindle version at amazon.com/kindle-ebooks.com.
God wants you to know that you are a pearl of great value even when you don't feel like.
Spiritual Food for Thought. 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day by LaTanyha Boyd consists of inspirational messages that offer daily words of empowerment, promote spiritual growth and development in the Lord Jesus Christ for your day-to-day living. Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day. Available now on Kindle, ebook, and paperback. Log on to www.latyboyd.com.
This is Pat Lomax, and when I'm in need for some inspiration, I go online and I listen to Christian station Spiritual Food for Thought Radio. You should check it out.
Be engaged, be empowered, be inspired. With your girl, inspirational speaker, missionary LaTanyha. On Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio.
And we're back. Welcome back. And I'm telling you, we're just in for an awesome treat. You are going to be nibbling on some spiritual food for thought to empower, engage, and inspire you to move forward in this journey we call life. I have a phenomenal guest here in our studio, looking fabulous. She's all geared up, pumped up, and ready to go. None other than Star Bobatoon. I told you she's an accomplished attorney, a dynamic trainer, and award-winning speaker. She who has high energy and engaging style, makes a lasting impact on her audience and clients. She has, with over a decade of performance on stage, television, and the big screen, Star colors her timely and relevant messages with drama and humor. Using her legal background, Star goes beyond inspiration to convey concrete ideas and practical tools that allow audiences to make real changes in their lives. And that's what it's all about right here on Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. We want you to be impacted, to take that next step, to make a change. You know, Star's background in employment law and diversity counseling helps her connect with diverse audience, further enhancing her effectiveness as a speaker, trainer, and executive coach. My sisters and brothers, get ready, put your hands together, and welcome the phenomenal Star Bobatoon here to Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. You are so fired up. I better come with something today.
And let me tell you, I am fired up. I'm just pumped up. I know you're going to drop some spiritual food of nuggets to impact our listening audience. So I'm all fired up. As I said in the top of the show, I have my pen, which is my fork. I have my paper, which is my pad. And so I am just, which is my plate, and I'm just ready to go.
Well, outstanding. Thank you so much. So as I've spoken, if you've been watching the posts and everything, you will see that I talk about three things, right? I talk about a fork, I talk about some china, and I talk about some grilled cheese.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you have. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are streaming in, if you are online, go ahead into our fan page of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. In there, we're going to take some questions from there as well. And if you want to dial in, by all means, area code 602-753-1683. So, yes, so let's get ready to dine. I got my bib on.
All right. Well, my name is Star Bobatoon, as Latanyha said, and what I am going to share with you today are called Star Points. Star Points. They are short inspirational messages that are designed to empower, enlighten, and inspire. I host a motivational show on Thursdays, Show Up for Your Life with Andy Henriquez, and every week before I do the show, I do a short Star Point. And sometimes the Star Points are so popular. People send me emails, and they like them so much that I decided to put them together in a CD and to start talking about them more broadly. So when I spoke to Latanyha, and she was saying it's spiritual food for thought, so, I was thinking, now, what are the Star Points that would be most appropriate for this message, for this audience? And so I thought of, number one, hold on to your fork. Number two, focus on the grilled cheese. And number three, use the good china. So let's talk about hold on to your fork. I was having dinner at a friend's house some time ago, and she really laid out an excellent spread. I mean, it was really nice. There was about 6 of us over there. And just as dinner was over, she started picking the plates up and putting things away. She told us to hold on to your forks. Hold on to your forks, she said. Dessert is coming. And based on how the dinner was, you better believe we were holding on to our forks in anticipation of the good things that might be coming. And, let me tell you, we were not let down. Absolutely not. And it got me thinking about life and how that relates to life, because sometimes when we're faced with challenges, when we're faced with setbacks, when we're faced with obstacles, sometimes there's nothing that holds us up. And the only thing that we have to get through it is to hold on to our forks, which can be a symbol for hold on to your optimism, hold on to your encouragement, hold on to your goals and your dreams, hold on to your fork, because better days, better opportunity, better things are coming your way. Hold on to your. It makes me think also about a certain time in my life when I was going through a transition. I worked for a while as an attorney, and I was, an accomplished attorney, absolutely, and I loved working as an attorney. What I didn't love was working 60 hours a week. Didn't love that so much. Was hardly seeing my kids. So there was that one day, that one straw that was just too much, and I just walked away. I walked away from my 6-figure income, and I thought, I am never practicing law again. I am done. And I had a little savings, so I didn't jump right back into another job, right? I wanted to see what was there. And I'm sure you all know about that feeling of, I'm doing fine right where I am, but there's something else for me. There's got to be something else for me. I didn't know what it was. So I spent the next 6 months trying to figure it out. I dabbled a little bit in real estate. I dabbled a little bit in multi-level marketing. I was trying things out, trying to find out what fit for me. And, man, after 6 months, I hadn't figured it out. After 6 months, I was at the end of my patience, the end of my optimism. At the 6 months, I was at the end of my money. You know what I'm saying? And I had an opportunity to go to a seminar. See, back when I was working, I invested in these seminars, and the first one was coming up. Of course, 6 months ago, I was very excited about it. Right now, I didn't want to go. I was depressed. I was beat down, and all I wanted to do was climb into bed and be sad. I wanted to just get funky in my funk and be there. I didn't want to get out. But there was something. There was something inside, and I think it was that little bit of hope that said, well, maybe this is what you need to do. But I don't want to do, and I just want to stay here. Now, come on, Star. You invested this money. You can't afford to waste it at this point. Maybe there's something there that will be the thing you're looking for. Come on. That was my hope talking to me. And so, yeah, I went kicking and screaming, but I went to this seminar, and I decided, that's right. If I hold on to my hope, if I just hold on, maybe something would happen. And I went there, and I was sad, and I was mopey, and I just decided, you know what, enough of this. I've got to create my own happiness. And I decided to put a smile on my face. I decided to hold on to my hope, to hold on to my fork. And as I was watching these speakers, and there were all kinds of wonderful speakers, and Michael Gerber was there, Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, Art Linkletter. I mean, all of the great trainers and speakers were there. And then it dawned on me, yes, I wanted to be a speaker. I wanted to be a speaker a long time ago, but I sort of forgot all about that. And so at that moment, I decided, yes, that's what I want to be. I want to be a speaker and a trainer. And at that moment, Les Brown came up on the stage. Now, I didn't even know who he was. I had no idea he was voted one of the top 5 motivational speakers in the world. I had no idea who he was. But when he got on that stage, he spoke to me. He made me cry. He made me laugh. He made me move forward. And I decided to work with him and to move with him. And it changed the entire direction of my life. But my point in the story is that little bit of hope, that was my fork. That is what I held on to. I held on to hope. I held on to my fork. And sure enough, better things, better opportunities, better times came my way. That is your first start point.
Woo-wee. Deferred. Yes, hold on, you say.
Hold on to your fork, absolutely. And I don't know what it is that you are going through. If you're going through hard times, if you've been through a divorce, if you've lost your house, if you've lost your job, if people are just not acting the way you feel that they should, I'm saying don't give up. I'm saying don't give in. I'm saying hold on to your fork. Hold on to your hopes and your dreams. Hold on. Hold on, because you don't know what's around the next corner. Hold on to your fork. So the next star point that I want to talk to you about is use the good china. Use the good china. And what I mean by this, see, again, a friend of mine, his name is Floyd. He lost his mom. And as he came home from the funeral, He walked into his mother's house and knew that he had a tough job ahead of him. He had to go through all the things in her house. He had to decide what he was going to throw away, decide what he was going to sell, and decide what he was going to keep and share with his siblings. And as you can imagine, this was a very trying, emotional time for him. But he got through it okay. You know, he was okay. And then he got to the kitchen and he started pulling out the dishes and all this other stuff. And way up on the third shelf, way in the back, he saw this box and he pulled it out, pulled it down to the counter, opened it up. And it was his mom's good china. It was the good china that he and his sibling bought for her because they wanted her to have something special, have something that was equal to the wonderful person that she was to them. They wanted her to have something pretty. But his mom never used that china. She never opened it up. You know, she was saving it for some special occasion. And now she was gone, and she would never use it. And there were all kinds of occasions that came by. There were birthdays, there were Thanksgivings, there were babies being born, but she never used her good china. And that was it. For Floyd, that was too much. That's when he lost it. And he was just crying over the fact that she had this gift and she never used it. And now she was gone and she would never use it. And now Floyd has that china at his house, and he uses it every single day to remind him of his mother and to remind him that if you have some gifts, you have to use them. You have to use the gifts that you have. That is your good china. Perhaps you have a way of speaking that really touches people. That's your good china. Perhaps you have a way of hosting a radio show. Maybe you have a way of delivering spiritual quotes that no one else can do. That is your good china. Perhaps you are a hairdresser. You can look at a person's face and know exactly how their hair should be made up. That is your good china. Perhaps you are a salesperson. That's your good china. We all have that good china inside of us, and I am saying that we need to use the good china. Use the good china because it will do you no good when you are gone from this place. It will do you no good when you are gone. And I know a little something about not using the china. Yeah, I know a little something about putting it aside, putting it away, and ignoring it. When I was a younger person, I was an actress. From the time I was 7 years old to the time I was 18, I did, stage shows. I did television commercials. I did television series. I did movies. I did all of that stuff as a young child. I mean, I wasn't, tremendously famous, but I did hang out on the set with Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman and Kim Fields and Janet Jackson at the time. In fact, I beat Janet Jackson out of the lead role in a TV series. But we all hung out together. But while I was having all of this success as an actress, something was going on with my mom. And I don't know what exactly it was, but she was having a hard time, and it seemed like she was upset with me. Because, being a teenager, the world revolves around you. So if there's anything going on in the world, it must be about you. And that's what I thought. Whatever it is that my mother was going through, I thought it was about me. I thought it was about my success. So when I turned 18, I decided I would never act again. I would never get up on the stage again. I took my good china and I put it in a box and I folded it up. I taped it shut. I took that box, put it up on the third shelf, pushed it way back into the closet. And that's where I left it for 25 years. For 25 years, I ignored my good china. I bounced around in in school, went to college, spent 6 years in junior college. 6 years, okay, in junior college, bouncing around because I couldn't find my way. I couldn't find my footing. I finally graduated junior college with a 2-year degree in photography. After 6 years, that's what I had to show for it. And so I freelanced as a photographer. No real success. It was great. I used my creative side, but it wasn't quite right. I became a legal secretary and a paralegal. I did that for 7 years, and I was okay, but it wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel good about it. And even when I was a lawyer, you know, practicing law, I loved practicing law. It was great, but it just wasn't my good china. It wasn't my good china. And so after I left the law firm, and after my husband left me, I found myself in a brand new place. And I told you about going to that seminar and remembering that I wanted to be a speaker and a trainer. Well, it seemed like all the burdens that I had were gone. I had no one stopping me. And I decided after 25 years that I was going to go back up onto the third shelf, way in the back, and I was going to pull out that box of china. And I was going to rip open the tape. I was going to open up that tape, and I was going to use my good china. And my good china is my ability to speak. My good china is my ability to reach out into an audience and make them feel. My good china is my ability to inspire, to enlighten, and to motivate people into action. This is my good china, and I am using my good china, and I will tell you this: I will never put it away again. I will never ignore my good china again. You have some good china. Oh, you know you do. Maybe you've been hiding out. Maybe you've been afraid like I was for 25 years. Maybe you took your good china and you put it on the shelf, and you taped it up in a box. And maybe you've been ignoring it, but I am telling you, you go get that good china. Because it's time for you to use the good china. You know, there are some countries when you are given a gift, if you don't use that gift, it's an insult. You insult your host by not taking and using that gift. It is my belief that God comes from such a country. That is my belief. And God has given you a gift. If you don't use that gift, it is an insult to your host. You've got some good china inside of you. I know you do. Maybe you've ignored it. Maybe someone else told you that it wasn't good enough. Maybe someone brought you down. Maybe you made some mistakes. But it doesn't matter because this is who you are. You are the good china. Use your good china. That is start point number 2.
Oh, my goodness. Put a dust off the good china, polish it up, and present it to the world. The good china. Amen, my sister.
That's what we're talking about. So let me quickly give you this last one. And the last good china is, the last start point is to focus on the grilled cheese. So when I was, cooking a sandwich for my kids, I got this one from my kids. They like grilled cheese sandwiches. And when I cook a grilled cheese sandwich, when I first get it all together and I do it, My daughter likes grilled cheese with little bits of onion in it. My son will like a grilled cheese made with some pepperoni, and I get everything together and I make the grilled cheese, and the first side of the grilled cheese is beautiful, golden brown, buttery, just delectable. And then I flip it over, and then I get distracted. My office is not too far from the kitchen, so I'll just go there and check an email, or maybe I need to run to my room to go get something, or maybe I need to go to the living room, and inevitably I burn the other half of the grilled cheese sandwich because I'm not paying attention. And so now when I make grilled cheese sandwiches, my children say to me, "Mommy, focus on the grilled cheese. Focus on the grilled cheese," and that's what I have to do. I have to plant my feet in front of the pan and focus on the grill. And then I want to go, no, you've got to stand here and focus on the grill. But as soon as no, come on, babe, come on. There you go. Stand still and focus on the grilled cheese. Now, what I notice is that I don't just do that when I'm making grilled cheese. I do that when I'm working on my goals and my dreams. I do the same thing. So I'm working on it, and I get a little bit of success, and it's going good, but then I get distracted, and I go over here, and then that dream sort of gets burnt up. But then I have a new one over here. I got this new project, and I get the first side of the project beautiful, golden brown, and then I get distracted, and I move over here, and then I burn that goal or that dream as well. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you know about getting started on a goal or a dream and then getting distracted and letting it get burned up. Here we are in February. My question is, how many grilled cheeses have you left on the fire? How many? What we have to do is we have to discipline ourselves. We have to resist the bright, shiny object syndrome, right? We have to figure out what it is that's the most important thing for us to do, especially we're at the beginning of the year. This is a good time. What's the most important thing we want to do this year? Pick 3. Don't pick 7. Don't pick 19. Don't have a list of 11 things because you're not going to do 11 things. Not if you're like me. You got to take 3 things. 3 things, and you got to focus on the grilled cheese. That is your third star point for tonight. Focus on the grilled cheese. So just to wrap up, we'll talk about the 3 star points that we talked about today. The first one was hold on to your fork. When you're going through tough times, when things are not going exactly the way you want, when you run into obstacles, you've got to hold on to your fork. Hold on to your goals. Hold on to your dreams. Hold on to your fork because better days, better opportunities, better things are coming your way. Hold on to your fork. And the second star point was use the good china. We are all blessed with certain gifts. You have that gift. That gift is your good china. You need to use your good china right here and right now. Use your good china because once you leave this earth, it will do you and the rest of the world no good. Use your good china. And the third star point is to focus on the grilled cheese. Whatever it is you've decided to accomplish, whatever it is you've decided is the most important thing to you, you need laser-like focus on those things. You need to focus on the grilled cheese. Don't get distracted by the bright, shiny object to your left. Don't get distracted by the much more interesting idea on your right. No. Stay forward and stay focused. Stay focused on the grilled cheese. Those are your star points for today.
O to the M to the G. I am full. Oh, my goodness, sister. Oh, wow. The star points are so rich. You ever have like cheesecake that is really rich when you put it in your mouth? Oh my goodness! And that's what I'm receiving with these star points that you are putting down, that I am picking up. And what a powerful message that you are delivering on today, because there are some people who are stuck. There are some people who are complacent as to where they are, and there are some people who just need a little push, just a little push, get them going to move and drive forward. I want to open up the phone line, area code 602-753-1683. I do see here we have someone here on the line, star area code 440. I want to welcome you to Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio, our segment of Jumpstart Your Day. State your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Rhonda. I'm calling from Ohio, and I just want to say, you ladies, just blessings to you ladies, blessings Star and Latanyha. This has been great. I love the star points, and especially number 3. Focus on the grilled cheese, which is focus on the things that are important to you and not trying to steer away to what you see other people doing. And that's something that I'm really talking about lately to a lot of people, and mainly to myself, because a lot of times you're out there and you're doing what you feel you're called to do, but then you get distracted by some of these other things that people are doing and that you see, and you kind of lose your focus. So my big thing is all of them I love, but number 3 is where I'm at right now with that. So I really appreciate that. That spoke volumes to me.
Excellent.
So thank you, ladies.
I'm so glad to hear that, Rhonda, in Ohio. I am in Ohio, too, tonight. I am in, where am I? I'm in Lima.
Oh, wow. I'm in Cleveland, so we're a little ways away.
So thank you so much for being on the call.
Thank you. This has been a blessing to me tonight.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thanks for calling, and I know it's your birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such a faithful supporter of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. We love you.
Oh, I love you too, and this is good. This is wonderful, and I appreciate you, my dear Latanyha, for having this platform to feed us. We need to be fed some good spiritual food, so thank you so much.
God bless you. Awesome. So grilled cheese. I do see we have some comments within the feed. My sister Tia Titus writes, her big takeaway tonight was to stay focused on the grilled cheese. Don't get distracted, to stand still until you finish what you are set out to accomplish. She says, how many grilled cheeses I left on fire? She says she has to discipline herself. She says, have 3 most important things that I am going to accomplish, and not 11. She says, laugh out loud. Thank you so much, Mr. Tia Titus, another faithful listener of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. We appreciate you. We thank you that this has impacted you, and to stay focused and watch that grilled cheese.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to give people my contact information. Would that be okay, Latanyha?
Absolutely.
All right. So here's what I need you to do. Well, I have a call coming up. I have a free call coming up, and the name of that call is 5 Strategies to Get Your Story Out of Your Head and Onto the Stage. It is a free call that's basically exactly what the title says. We all have sometimes that good china is the fact that you can speak, or the fact that you have a book or you have a product, and speaking is the way to get people to know that product exists, that your good china exists. And so this is an opportunity for you to learn how to structure your story, how to get it out there so that you can get your story onto the stage and help as many people as possible. So what I need you to do is I need you to go to mystarpoints.com. Go to mystarpoints.com and sign up for Star Points. You'll sign up for the Star Points, and they will take you to the also to sign up for the call. So go to my website, mystarpoints.com. You'll see where it says blog or it says sign up for the newsletter. Go ahead and sign in there. Give me your name and your email address, and you will and you can sign up for both my Star Points and for the call. You can also inbox me. I am Star Bobatoon. That's StarBobatoon. Star Bobatoon on Facebook. Inbox me there, and I can send you the direct link. Or you can send me an email at star@starbobatoon.com. Starbobatoon.com. And that is it. Oh, Bobatoon is Bobatoon. 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 Starbobatoon.com.
Awesome. So I've placed that in our feed on our fan page of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. So they'll have the link and all your contact information there as well. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day. You say you're in Ohio. So I thank you so much for visiting us here on Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio and impacting our listeners globally. We have listeners from all over the world tuned in, from Nairobi, Kenya, Australia, London, right here in the States. So we want to thank them for being a faithful listeners. And apart from them, we couldn't do this. So I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Yes, thank you. This has been an absolute pleasure. I was looking forward to it all week, I swear.
Well, you got to come on back. And I want to encourage everyone to go ahead and sign up and register for those Star Points and 5 strategies today. I put that link also in the feed, so they'll be able to have that as well. My sister, we love you here. You got to come on back.
I will. I absolutely will. Thank you so much for having me. And thank all of the listeners and those of you who are online. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Well, my sisters and brothers, I told you you were going to be impacted. You were going to be engaged, empowered, and inspired to move forward in this journey we call life. We had an awesome, awesome time. You'll be able to listen to the replay. We are also on iTunes. You can listen to it on iTunes as well. So take Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio on the go. Okay? Log on to our website at www.latboy.com. Hit the radio tab. So listen to our mailing list. Subscribe to our mailing list so that way you can keep abreast of what is going down right here on your favorite Christian station of Spiritual Food for Thought Global Radio. Well, it's your girl, your auntie, your sister, your friend, signing off. We want you to be blessed. Until next time. God bless you. We love you.
Spiritual food for thought. Get the word into your heart. Take advantage of this time. Spiritual food for your mind. Spiritual food, oh, for thought. Get the word into your heart. Take advantage of this time. Spiritual food for your mind. Spiritual food.